That's what I get now with the person who puts a seat back in front of me. Initially, it just annoyed me. Now it happens pretty much every single flight.
I was on a plane once when that happened to me, but at the time I was tying my shoelaces.
Oh no!
And I got pinned helplessly in the crash position. I had to hit the table above me so they would move it, and the woman sat next to me was trying to help me. Yeah.
That sounds good.
That was the first time I ever flew anywhere by myself.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was going to visit.
You were trapped.
Yeah, I was off visiting a friend and I got pinned in the crash position.
I always wonder about the crash position. I never think there's going to be enough space. If I was to lean down, I would think, I'm a bit taller, so it's not like there's going to be space between me and a chair in front of me. Also, the chair, the back of the chair in front, is like rock hard, isn't it? As you would have experienced.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it really
deals
hurts.
a very painful blow to the back of your head.
Yeah, so I don't ever think that that's a great crash position. I would have thought a best crash position. It depends how full the flight is, but I always thought, and I've thought this a few times, if it was going to go down, I would get under the chair and pin myself under the chair. Of course, under the chair of the seats in front, as you've got to put your bags.
Or isn't there a life jacket under there, so you wouldn't be able to sit?
There's enough space,
but
if you were lying flat down.
Well, no, because the chairs aren't hovering. There's metal bars attached them to the floor, the chair legs.
But I kind of I'd tangle my arms, legs around it, and really hold on really tight. I think I would rather do that than put my head like you had, where it was so rubbed right up against the back of the chair.
Yeah.
Then, if it crashes, your head's fallen off, surely. If it sort of jutters forward or back.
Well, I think if the plane's going to crash anyway, you could be anywhere. And
the back is always the best place, everyone. Listen to this. Actually, don't sit at the back, that's where I sit.
I wonder...
It's the safest place.
I wonder how they established what the safest position was.
Well, I think the pilots normally are quite quite good in making themselves dive first, so they always go a bit more head down first, rather than thinking at the last minute.
No,
pull back.
I don't mean where you're sat on the plane. I mean how to sit, like the crash position.
Yeah.
Who came up with the idea of if we make them touch the knees of their ears, that will save them?
Well, the crash test dummies they would have got.
Yeah, but
not the band. Obviously.
Yeah, but they would have had to have crashed a plane to have.
Well, yeah, I don't know. They probably reenacted a plane crash. You
can't reenact something before it happens.
Or maybe they just did that with any plane that's crashed.
They just guessed.
Yeah. Well, we got 4 different people to sit in different ways.
Well, that's it. They should get everybody on a plane should be asked to sit in a different position.
Yeah.
Just in case the plane crashes.
Yeah.
And whoever survives will have to say how they sat. And that's how they should sit.
Yeah, so they got 4 different groups. So you got 4 different test groups. Then you got what's it called when you've got the normal group, the sort of
the mean average.
Yeah, no, what's it called in science stuff? Where they have one that's nothing's really done to it.
Okay.
Can't remember the name for it now. That's helpful. But then they got the others all do something different. So you got your group A. Everyone in group A, put your hand up. Here we are. Yeah, here we are. Well, you just sit there. Don't do anything.
Okay, the guys in the back left corner going on a stag do or something to Mallorca.
Well, I would always say, apparently as well, if you're relaxed, an accident hurts less than if you're all tensed up. So one of them, of course, is difficult if you're about to plummet to your death. But they could say, right, you just relax. You just sit there, try and loose your arms and legs, all relax, flop down.
Just go limp.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other lot, really tense yourself up, like you're about to, go into battle. The other lot, put your head by your ears.
Yeah.
I mean, not put your head by your knees, like the normal brace position.
Yeah.
And the other lot, the control group, that's the word I'm looking for.
The control group.
The control group just, I don't know.
Carry on reading, listening to the music, drinking the wine.
Yeah, knock it back, drink more wine.
Wiping the coffee stain off your suit. Okay.
The control group should probably be the group that just sit there relaxed, not doing anything.
Okay.
So that means we've got another space for another one. They can just go mental, screaming around.
They could play dead. That's how you deal with birds. Maybe it works for crashes.
That's the best way to do it. If you get in a crash, car crash, any crash, just lie there silently.
Just play dead.
Yeah. Because then you'll be the one who gets help first. because you always heard back in when you were younger, if someone's there, one of those things. If someone's there being dead really quiet. I was going to say dead quiet. That's not the best. That's not the best terminology. Someone's there being quiet, or someone's there screaming and shouting, like "Help me! Help me!" You always go to the quiet one because they're the one who might have more serious injury. The one who's screaming is fine in terms of his mind and his.
But if you're really good at acting and they are convinced that you are actually dead, then they're not going to tend to you. They're going to tend to the alive ones.
No, but they would still go to the because they might be unconscious. Obviously, if you're it's like a car crash or something. The idea would be that you're unconscious. So always just play dead.
In any situation in life.
No, not in the army. If you're in the army and you play dead, the way that they will check if you're dead is by kicking you in the balls.
Really?
Yeah. Obviously not your own side. This is if you're fighting whoever else.
Yeah.
So if you're lying there pretending to be dead, and the opposition army will kick you in the nuts to check if you're dead or not, because that's the one, or well, not the one thing, but that's one of the main things that you couldn't really pretend that you weren't hit in the bollocks.
No.
There you go.
That's interesting.
You're learning something.
I am learning something.
Yeah.
Okay, we could release an Iddon and Richards fact book. It could be like for Christmas. It would just be a big book of Michael's facts.
Yeah.
I'll write the forward for you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I started by saying it would be an Iddon and Richards thing, but instantly distanced myself.
Yes, it'll be under the bracket of Iddon and Richards franchise.
Yeah, it'll be part of the franchise, the world-beating franchise.
Okay, yeah, well done us.
Yeah, well done us. Yeah, so
look forward to that in the bookshops, in all bookshops near you.
You're endorsing us now.
I'm endorsing us.